So it's like day 2 or 3 since I officially got this new place. What I'm doing now, I just moved some stuff in. It's not a lot like that. Um, just trying to visualize what I want to do to this space. It's so big in the atmosphere. I kind of want it to be really clean and sleek, but at the same time, I'm trying to give it that Nina-esque, Kiki flair. That's always the hardest part when getting a new place is figuring out how to decorate it. So I'm just looking around, trying to see how I want this done. I'm coming up with some good ideas. I think this area right here, I'm kind of gonna like make this my little retail area. So, y'all already know that I have skincare products, but that's gonna be expanded, of course, and maybe some other stuff. Who knows? Maybe something to go along with the sub company that is in the works. So that's it for today. Not a whole lot of nothing. My biggest issue now is trying to figure out, maybe I shouldn't say that, but the dilemma is I have 2 suites, one on Six Forks and one here on downtown. The one on Six Forks, of course, I have to be out of there by the end of next month. The lease agreement is if you decide to leave, you have to pay the next month in advance. Fair enough. But it doesn't say anything about if I have to leave on the salon's terms because of something they did. That's more so if, why is my hair doing this? That's more so if like I decide to leave, because people in any type, if you work for yourself, I mean, sometimes you just have to jump ship. You just have to move. You probably can't afford it, whatever. You're moving. Who knows? People run out. People run out on these, when they rent spaces. They run out. Is it nice? No, but it happens. So obviously that's what a contract is for. But the agreement, that's as if I had to leave on my terms. It doesn't really indicate what happens if I have to leave because you guys are selling and you still expect your money. But I also, so that's that. And then the other part of the situation is I'm paying for here, obviously, because this is where my new place. So having to pay a deposit here and really still paying a deposit, but still paying a deposit here and then paying weekly over there. It's like, man, but I'm not 100% ready to just be over here. Like, I want to not really take my time. I didn't rush. My last spot on Six Forks, I didn't rush, but I was very, very eager. And I don't know, maybe I might have missed some steps. So I just want to take my time this time. But then part of me is just like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, who cares? But I don't know though, because I mean, I could start seeing clients here. My next client is Saturday. I could totally have her come here. That's the thing. When you have loyal clients, they really don't care how it looks. As long as you perform the service and it looks it's safe, for one. If it's safe in there, yeah, like they don't care. But as a business owner, entrepreneur, perfectionist, all the above, whatever, I just wanted to look a certain way. Like, I feel like my clients deserve to have a space that looks good no matter what. No matter what. Only told one client about this change. So that's another thing. Because I haven't told any of my clients. Well, one client I've told, but it's like, man, now I have to switch again. And I know they gonna ride, they gonna still come, get service, get makeup done, whatever. But it's like, you want to create some type of consistency. But I feel like they'll definitely love this place better. Well, not better, but equal. I always want to just be so like put together with everything, but the reality is, people like seeing the come up. They like seeing the transition. They like seeing you from here to there. Like, I have clients who I've been waxing them before I even had a space, before I had my own house, my own apartment to put a spot in. Like, I was pulling up to their house with all my stuff, a little small little wax pot. It used to take me forever to wax because the pot was so little. I had to heat it up in the middle of the services. Like, I ain't gonna say it was terrible, but I did what I had to do. And I have clients who have watched me grow from pulling up to their house to now you're pulling up to my house to now you're pulling up to a hair salon. It's a room inside of a hair salon off 6 Forts. That's a good area. To now, I have pretty much, until other hairstylists getting here, I have this whole upstairs to myself, but I have a bigger room that's downtown. That's growth. That's a lot of growth, and I feel like my clients will be proud of me. At the same time, I just wanted to look so pretty, and I just want it to be right. I want to create consistency. I want to gain new clients, of course. And the only way to get new clients is if you sit your ass still somewhere, like be in one location. So that's the thing that I'm kind of not really worried about, but it's going to be different. I don't know, man. Just ready for it. I'm just trying to, I think that's really what it is. The suite off 6 Forts, I just moved right into it because I didn't bask in the ambience, if that makes sense. Like, I went right to decorating, right to this, right to that, which you should. You definitely should. But I'm saying, getting tired of holding the phone. I'm saying that, what am I saying? I was just on go, and I think it still wasn't even right for me. Like, it still didn't feel right. I still didn't think the room was decorated enough, or I still didn't feel like it was pretty. I feel like I went so hard, so fast, and then a small part of it, I did get a tiny bit discouraged and distracted. No, I'm not going to say discouraged. It was more so distracted because I knew I was going to do whatever it takes to stay in that room. Because also, I'm not going to say, well, if you've been there, then you already know. And you already peeped the vibes. But the energy in there was so off. The women in there, they were nice, but I still could tell that they didn't want my black ass up in there. And I had the biggest room. It got to a point where I felt like I had to be fake. Like I could not be myself. And who the hell becomes an entrepreneur not to be themselves? I mean, of course, you have to be professional. Being yourself and being professional is two totally different things. You can be professional, but add your own flair. You don't have to be cookie cutter. That's the point of being an entrepreneur. And I just felt as if I was back in the corporate world, so to say. I was back having to fake it, having to put on a smile, having to crack corny jokes, having to make other people feel comfortable when I'm uncomfortable. Like, it was, I don't know, it was too much. I didn't really, but I didn't want to, I wasn't going to get pushed up out of there. They wasn't going to push me up out of there. I tell you that. And I had a dream that they were being so catty that they were trying to create problems so I could leave, but I didn't leave. You know what I'm saying? But if I had a dream about that situation and it's happening in real life, then I wasn't meant to be there long anyway. So when she told me the news that we had to get out, whatever, I wasn't even upset. I wasn't upset because I knew it was going to happen eventually, and it's growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's growth. Did it happen at a good time? No, but you can never plan for that type of stuff. I already had big stuff going on in my personal life. So, you know what they say, when it rains, it pours. I didn't really feel like that. I was just like, well, shit. Really, this the least of my concerns, to be honest. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's always other places to rent a space out of. Worst case scenario, I put this shit back in my house. Do I want to do that? No. But I will if I have to. I did it before and made it work. So I feel like that's why I wasn't tripping, because that's not even the worst that has happened to me business wise. And even personal. Like, I ain't gonna say no big deal, but when stuff keeps happening and not like karma happening, bad karma happening. I mean, when you're being shifted and you can feel you're being tried and just tugged in different directions when everything was going smoothly, or if you make up in your mind like, okay, boom, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get on it, and then it's like, it's almost swept up under your feet for a little bit. I needed that to happen. I'm not saying I took the other place for granted, but like I said, I got distracted because I was just trying to make sure that I kept, like, I just wanted to be in there. My first week ever, and I don't really like saying this out loud, but my first week ever off of 6 Forts, that's I got it right after I got fired from European Wax Center. And let me stop saying I got fired from European Wax Center. I didn't necessarily get fired, but I was slowly becoming not a good fit for the company. I felt like shit, and I shouldn't have said their name. Well, fuck it, whatever. I felt like I wasn't a good fit for them anymore. I felt that I could really do the same thing that they were doing, because the managers are not estheticians. You know what I'm saying? The people above the managers in each, one of those things are not estheticians. So, you know what I'm saying? Who can make this shit run but us? Really, the only thing you're supplying is the supplies. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to say all of them are, all of the managers are not estheticians, because obviously I don't know. But the one that I work for was not one, and there's others. Do your research on the other ones in the area. So the ones that I researched and the ones that I work for, the managers were not estheticians. So if we really making this thing go, it really clicked to me because I was tired of, I'm not saying I was tired of selling or tired of waxing there, because I did learn a lot. Working there helped me be a beast at waxing. I'm not going to hold you. That's what drew me to them. But originally, I never wanted to work for them because I felt like they were like a gimmick salon. Like, just like, oh, we can wax in 15 minutes or less, and come see us, come see us. And to me, I felt like it lacked the quality. It lacked an environment to build rapport. And I like to talk to people. I love people, even though a lot of people may say I don't, or they may think I'm mean or whatever, but I genuinely like to talk to quality people. I like to talk about skincare. I like to talk about just makeup, just beauty enhancement in general, So the fact that I couldn't really connect with my clients as much, it was kind of frustrating. It was kind of like, well, I don't even want to be here. It was cold as hell in there. I felt like the waxing that I'm doing is not reflecting on my paycheck. And then what really got me, this is the real deal, is when I had a conversation with the manager, and I wanted to know, how can I make $1,000 after taxes on my paycheck on a 2-week period? And in order for me to make $1,000 after taxes, I had to wax like crazy. Not saying the amount wasn't doable, because it was, but it's just like, what? Like, are you serious? It's damn near like fucking slavery, like wax slavery out this motherfucker. And I had to sell a crazy amount of products. And the reason why I say a crazy amount of products, because it's the same products, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel, because most of the time people get waxed between, depending on what you get waxed, it's between 2 to 4 weeks. So that's basically every month and a half, whatever. They're not going to keep buying the same products, because the products, you don't run out of those products within those time periods. So there's no need to replenish. I still have some more. B, it's just like, don't force me to sell products. Like, I felt like I was throwing the products on the customers so much that the little bit of rapport that I could build in 15 minutes when they kept coming to me every month was slowly going down, because I had to talk about the products. I had to. I didn't want to. I got written up a lot for it, honestly, because I was just getting tired of talking about those well, I'm not going to bash them, but I just got tired of talking about the same thing, and I was being forced to. It's not a problem, but when you force me to do it, now it's a problem. Yeah, it was my job or whatever, but the reality is, why are y'all pushing products so much when that's not even, products are nice, but that's not what we're here for, to be honest. We're here to wax. We're here to educate them about their skin. A lot can happen between 2 to 4 weeks on their daily lives, as far as like medications or their diet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to talk to them about that stuff, that something that comes naturally. Forcing me to sell products does not come natural. Especially you're going to put a goal up there, like, So basically it wasn't a good fit. And I just looked I just found one suite. The first suite I saw, I went for it. I hit her up. I saw it the next day. And that was it. It was on from there. And then, like 2 days later, I get this stern talking to, which is basically borderline, bitch, we're gonna fire you. And I didn't feel the need to tighten up for that job. I didn't want to tighten up for that job. I wanted to do my own shit. I've always wanted to do my own shit, but now I really want to do my own shit because I'm getting fucking pissed off. So that's what I did. But it's crazy because you can be ready for it. You can take the steps to get it and work for yourself or whatever it is. But if you don't keep up that same mindset that you can do it, and you don't surround yourself with people who have your best interests and care about you and want to see you win, when you don't surround yourself with those type of people, what you want out of life and what you are developing is starting to unfold in front of your eyes. You start to feel like that's not attainable anymore. That's how I felt. Let me stop saying you. I felt as if I couldn't do it anymore. Like life smacked the fuck out of me, as it does with everybody. And I just felt like when I got this first spa that it was gonna be people coming out like, oh, wax me, oh, do my makeup, oh this, oh that. Oh my God, let me just give you all my money. No. I'll be passing out cards. Some people be throwing them on the ground, like right after I give them to them. Like, you couldn't wait till I got in a car or something? Like, man, I don't know. I've been chased out of plazas before for putting my stuff on business cards. I didn't really market the right way. I used to hop in people's DMs and say, hey, like, come see me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll come. Never show up. And my crazy tail go there and set up like they coming. Man, I needed that though. But ultimately, people are not gonna fuck with you like how you think. It's crazy. So I had a pity party for myself because I just couldn't believe that people were not fucking with me. And I mean, you have to pay rent every week, every month, whatever. And I'm slowly like not having it. I'm slowly trying to figure out. And I say slowly because like the first time I didn't have the rent, like the first two times, I was like, I don't know if maybe I did do the wrong thing. Because it's not coming to me how I thought. Because I felt this is something I wanted for a while. I always want to be my own boss. I'm good at waxing. I'm good at doing makeup. I felt like it was just going to fall in my lap. And when it did not fall in my lap, I got pissed the fuck off. I got pissed off because why not? So instead of me putting into the mindset that, okay, it's tight right now, but I know I can do it. I can get it. I can do it. No, it was like, no. And then I had life situations as well that kind of, thought somebody was coming up here. But I had life situations that made it unbearable. I put in my mind that it was unbearable for me to keep having this suite. Like I used to ask family members for the money or just anybody, like, because I asked those certain people because I felt like they believed in me. And I'm not upset, you know what I'm saying, but sometimes people can't really believe in you, but they don't believe in you enough. They don't believe in you enough to take their hard-earned money to put into your dream because it's not really clear to them. like how it's clear to you. So yeah, in a nutshell, I lost that very first week. And it was about 3 to 4 years before I put it back into my mind that I could have another suite. I still wax from time to time. I did my own makeup. I didn't really do anybody else's makeup. I got discouraged. I did. I'm not gonna hold you. And it was for a couple years. But I mean, I still, like I said, I still did it here and there, but it was still very much discouraging. And then I got my apartment, in which I was happy as hell that I got an apartment. So I'm like, yeah, I can do what I want to do in here. I'm going to turn this into a spa. Like, I had so many hopes and dreams for this apartment. It was crazy. And actually, who put it in the idea that, well, it was two people. So my ex, when I got my first spa, he was like, you did this totally backwards. He was like, instead of you going ABC, you went CAB. And he was like, you could have did this at the house. And I was pissed the hell off because first of all, how was it going to do the house? All your friends always over there. Smell like weed over there. It's just too much. Who wants to get waxed and get makeup done in that environment? Like, it's a bunch of nothing around in that apartment. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to spend their money with me in a bunch of nothing? So I was like, yeah, whatever. But then my bro, I remember him telling me like, yeah, sis, you could put your table and all that in the crib. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. That's ghetto. Like, I need a space. I need a space. So for a couple years, so for the good portion of me first living in that apartment, I did not want to do that. Like, I did not want to do it. And then I started working a regular job, like a real job. And I put into my mind, because I had some crazy stuff happen to me, like with jobs. Like, I left a really good job because of the schedule didn't fit my son. And I know that I was going to be living by myself, and I wasn't going to have that much family on the north side to watch my son like how I do on the south side. So I wanted a better schedule so I could pick him up. I could be home more. So I left a good job. Even though it was a good job, it was stressful as hell, and I wasn't that good at it. I was just becoming good at it. And then right when I was becoming good at it, and then they gave me a better schedule, I had already put my 2 weeks in. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I got another job working as a manager at a nail salon. Yeah. I was only there for 3 days and they fired me. Now that's the job that I really got fired from. It wasn't like, oh, I'm leaving, because I would leave a job, go get another job. I don't care. If I don't like it, bye. I mean, but this job, like, shit, that just totally blindsided me. I thought I was doing a good job. I thought everybody liked me. No, they fired my ass with the quickness. Only been there 3 days. Got a brand new apartment. Got a new car. Not like a brand new car, but it was a new car to me that I was making payments on. What the fuck am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do? Man, I was so distraught. I was so distraught for months. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know what to do. So I felt like, yeah, I'm going to do my business. I'm going to focus on my business. I ain't never working for nobody. That's what I said. And then I still was looking for jobs though. Like, I wanted to be my own boss, but I was still looking for jobs. Like, I didn't really take that leap of faith, like how I was hyping myself up to do. Like, I didn't do it. It was like one day, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, work for myself, Then the next day, I'm like, Indeed, lying on resumes, like, because every time I felt like I wanted to throw myself back into the risk-taking area of working for myself, I remember when I lost that first spa, like that first week. and how crushed I felt. I didn't want to feel that shit no more. I didn't want to feel that. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to get a job. And at this job, I'm going to work my ass off and I'm gonna move up. I'm going to be good. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I did all that. I sure did. And in the process, okay, so this is how, when you start to, well, when I started to change my thinking and my thought process and what I want to do in my life, and taking small steps to work in that way, that's when God really just turned every damn thing around. So at this particular job, I used to work like 7 days a week, always doing overtime. I was good at it. The job wasn't hard. It was straight. I felt like I was good. A little good. I was still paying my bills and shit late. Not late as hell, but that was late. I ain't gonna hold you. But it was better than, damn, I got this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was better than having to figure out where my next dollar was gonna come from. I know where it's gonna come from. It's gonna come on every other Friday. All I gotta do is just show up. So to me, my mindset was, I know I'm gonna get the money if I just show up. And in the process of me showing up, I gotta show out too if I want more. So I didn't want my bills to keep being late, so that's why I kept doing so much overtime. So I have more money on one check. So then I could just go ahead and, get shit paid on time. Duh, obviously. But I don't know. Like, I started to get back into my entrepreneurship spirit. And that's the thing. You can never really ignore your calling. It comes back. That shit keeps coming back. It comes back, whether it be months, years, decades, whatever. It comes back. It came back. And excuse me. Yeah, so it came back, and at that point, I had got weekends off. So instead of me working there crazy or doing DoorDash too, because I was doing that shit too, I decided to start seeing clients again. Now, start seeing clients again because somebody had gave me some little advice and I went with it. It was a guy. He told me, this is how the conversation went. He got a desk in his room, and I always thought having a desk in your room, like as an adult, I don't say it was corny, but it was like, why you want to take your work home? Like, I felt like it should be some separation. I don't know, but that's because I didn't throw myself into my work. So when you throw yourself into your work, it ain't no damn separation. Shit. Every place you at is your office. Literally. Every single place. Your car, the fucking sidewalk, anywhere. So basically I was asking him, like, why you got a desk in here? Like, I don't know. Like, why do you have a desk? And then basically, in a nutshell, he was just like, I had an office downstairs because he had 2 bedrooms. He was like, I had an office downstairs, but somebody needed to move in, so I then moved my office up here. And he was just like, I don't know, man. You just, what was it? He was like, I don't know, man. You just make do with what you have. Whatever you have, you just use it. If it's there, use it. And I was like, man, I don't know, that stuck with me. That whole conversation just stuck with me. As soon as I left his house, I went to my house. I sold my couch. I sold my kitchen table. Anything that was really homely, like pictures and stuff, I took them off the wall, did all that. And I set up shop in my house. And even though like I was taking the right steps to do it, I still like, that's when I started seeing like one client, you know, somebody I knew from beforehand, you know, like one or two people, not too crazy. And then from there, I was working 7 days a week all the time. It still was a spa there. I still would go look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I would look at it. It's in my house. I would still see it. You know what I'm saying? It was motivation, but it still wasn't that much motivation to not work for somebody else. I still felt like, man, I got to get some more ducks in a row. That's how I felt. Like, I don't want to be dead ass broke. Like, I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to pay this rent? Da, 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 da. Yeah. Pay that rent by yourself when you ain't got no drug dealer boyfriend paying the rent, or you ain't stripping. Because my first place, you know, I was dancing, so I had it. But then the other place I moved in was me and my boyfriend. He was selling drugs, so shit, we good. But this place was solely on me. It was solely on me. I think I'm gonna keep working this job. That's how I felt. I have a spot in here, but I need to keep working this job, and fuck it. That's what I did. And basically, I'm gonna speed up this story because I feel like this is too long. But I worked really hard at that job, and there was a promotion coming up. I felt like I was a good candidate for it. I was nervous as hell, smelling Sharpies. I knew I had it. There was no way they could not give this position to me. No way. Yes, the fuck way. Because they didn't give it to me. You want to talk about mad? I showed my ass at that job that day. I showed my ass just enough not to get fired. Little do you know, I should have shown my ass some more, because a couple months later, I was just going to get fired. So, at that point, I stopped giving a fuck about that fucking job. I ain't dress up. I ain't do none of that shit. I ain't wear no makeup. I wore turbans every fucking day. Basically. I ain't give a shit no more. So now, like, I'm not doing my business. I mean, oh, no. I was. So, at that point, when they fired me, when they didn't give me the promotion, I was like, I'm not coming in this bitch that much. Not no more. I'm pissed. I'm not about to work hard for you. Because basically, they didn't give me the promotion because I was so good on the phones. And they needed me to stay on the phones. Oh, yeah? Fuck that shit. Well, how about this? I'm only working my schedule, and that's the fuck it. So, only work my schedule, so that meant I had weekends off. So I would do DoorDash, and I would wax every now and then when people would say, hey, you know what I'm saying? But I started putting myself out there. Like, I started making more cards, like business cards. I started to decorate a little bit more in there. I started to not give a fuck that the spa was in my house. That's what I'm going to say. And, you know, it felt good. I felt really happy. That was the first time in a long time that I didn't go to a job on the weekends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the weekend and you working overtime. That's a lot of discipline. That's a lot of fucking discipline. Because who the hell want to go work on the weekends to a job you already don't like? Your bills already not getting paid. It's just like, man, but since I wasn't coming there on the weekends anymore, I felt good. I was like, shit, I like this feeling. So, like I said, I stopped coming on the weekends. I was doing my own thing on the weekends. And damn, if that I didn't start pouring more into myself and into my dreams, that God was like, well, we're going to go ahead and let you go from this job. You firing me? Who you firing? I still can't believe they fired me though. But yeah, they fired the dog, and I couldn't believe that shit. Like, I honestly was mad as fuck because who you firing? Like, to be honest, I'm your best fucking employee. Y'all gonna fire your best employee? Wow. Wow. But I knew it needed to happen. And the reason why I know it needed to happen because I was trying to figure out if I wanted to say names or not. But the people that I was cool with at the job, and you know who you are. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'll say the name. Shit. Brittany, Money Mort, who else? It was some other people. Yeah, it was some other people who, when I was like, when they heard I was fired, they literally was like, well, now you can start working on your business. You could just put your all in your business now. And I'm like, fuck. Damn, y'all niggas believe in me like that? Shit. So I was like, wow, I really needed to hear that because you just never know. You could just be down on yourself and not see your own potential, and then other people see it. And I needed that. That's when it clicked. It clicked like a motherfucker. What is that? So yeah, and that's just how it was from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started just making this shit pop at my house. And I couldn't believe, I ain't gonna say I couldn't believe it was jumping at the house. I could believe it was jumping at the house, but it's like, man, I could have been doing this. But I still thought that shit was ghetto though. Like, I thought that was the most ghettoest shit in the world. Like, my house, my peace, my sanity. My house, really though? But shit, I made it work. The clients who came to the house, they loved it. Only had one lady who, she was a new, I never met her before in my life. She was totally against it. I do understand why she was against it, but it still hurt my feelings because I put a lot into this. You know what I'm saying? So don't judge a book by its cover. And you know what I'm saying? Read the book. So I was pissed. That upsetted me because she didn't want to see my greatness. She wasn't trying to. And that let me know right there, it was smacking my face, like, this is why you need your own, you need to separate the two, because you're going to have people who don't fuck with it. You can't please everybody. I get that. But when that was said to me, I was like, okay, don't get comfortable in your house. You need to step it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Because I missed out on money. That was like $70 that didn't come through the door. So I got discouraged again. And now motherfuckers not showing up like how they used to. Because I don't know why. That's the nature of the business though. People come consistently, then they stop, then they come again, then they stop. Your job is to keep them motherfuckers rolling. Like new people. You know what I'm saying? Get some new people in, because you can't keep having the same 10 people. You're going to cap your money. Like, you need new people coming in all the time. And if you don't have new people coming in as much, you have to maximize with the current people you have. Expand your services, whatever. Get them to spend more, if that makes sense. Not in a pushy way either, but yeah. So basically, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so when people started not to show up, and I was at my house, I was like, you know what? I'm getting pissed. I'm getting nervous. I didn't give up on myself. I knew it could still happen. I knew it was possible. But I got scared again. I literally got scared again. So what I do? Instead of getting another job, I got 2 jobs. 2 jobs. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you already know I was never getting any sleep. I had somebody who, I don't know them personally, but they followed me on Instagram and I saw them out in public. And they were like, oh, you that girl who be working crazy. Like, you never sleep. It's like your whole story is work, driving to work. I'm going to take a 2-hour nap, work. I was like, damn. Shit, what you want me to say? Like, that's my life right now. But I needed to work those jobs like that because I realized that I cannot do this shit. I cannot do this anymore than what I had to. It was hard as hell. I had a call center job during the day, working at Harris Teeter at night, where I was falling asleep on the phone with people. Harris Teeter wasn't that bad though. I'm not gonna hold you. It wasn't that bad. You got to listen to music, got to stock shelves. You be in your own world, but y'all, I'm little, okay? I was in pain every night. My body hurt. Having to put up 60 bags of sugar. I'm talking about the heavy bags. Putting up olive oil, them big jugs of... Look at this. Look at me. They was like, have you done this type of work before? I was lying. I said, yes. Yeah, I did that. I did this before. I did something similar. Not like this. Man, but I had to make it do what it had to do. And I made it work for a little bit, but for a while, I was tired as hell, but getting paid every week and sometimes 2 times in 1 week, all of a sudden payday, I'm not tired. Who tired? Where do I clock in at? The money was good. But that's what jobs do. They pay you to forget about your fucking dreams. You work for their dream. So, yeah. That's just how it was. And then from there, I was tired of doing that. My body was tired. My mind was tired. All of Kitoko was tired. It wasn't an element in me that wasn't tired. It was starting to spill over in my personal life. It was starting to affect how I was as a mother. I was all over the place. And basically, I had already written out a plan to have my own suite, my own suite again. At the time that I wrote it out, I did not have a job. I was doing DoorDash every fucking day. I didn't have a real job. Those 2 jobs that I was just talking about, I didn't have those jobs. And I was going to make that money from DoorDash. But I love it because for you not to have a job and you still writing out stuff as if you do, that's faith. And sure enough, I got the money. The amount of money that I had written out to save the time frame, I had made that in such a short amount of time. So I was counting the money up that I saved. And then I happened to be trying to make labels for one of my products. It was in this notebook, and then I saw in the notebook that I wrote the goal down. Because I have other goals in my room and stuff that I post, that I can see every day. I can walk past it, whatever. But for some reason, this wasn't visible. I don't know why, but it wasn't. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, I just counted more money than that. And I was like, well, I'm proud of myself because I made a money goal, but I'm kind of content. I'm kind of comfortable here. Like, I'm good here. I have a spot at my house. I'm good. And that goes back to that whole being comfortable, being content. When you destined to do more, I'm telling you, God gonna shake it up. Like, oh, you comfortable? You comfortable? You know it best. Lil Wayne said, don't get too comfortable. So, yeah. Everything was, nothing was shaking up this time. I just went for it. I saw that I made the money goal. I saw what I wanted to use the money for. And then within a couple days later, I started moving towards that direction. Homegirl Kaya, she had tweeted something and said that she tweeted about her experience about this certain interview at a pharmacy. And when she said a pharmacy tech, now I know Kaya for a minute, but we haven't always talked consistently throughout the years. But when she said applying for a job for a pharmacy tech, I said, when this bitch when she get certification to be a pharmacy tech, like, damn, sis, I'm proud of you. Like, go ahead, do that shit. But it's like, I don't know why that was so inspiring to me. But it was, because I didn't know she had a certification for that. Not saying I should have known, but like, damn. Like, okay, then, that's what's up. And the way she was describing her experience in the interview and how everything just flowed, I was like, damn, that's some good shit right there. And I don't know, that stuck with me. But I also remember too that she is a Capricorn just like me. And Capricorns, hardest worker in the zodiac sign. We run all the zodiacs, to be honest. You start the year with us, end the year with us. We like that. But I also never forget a time that I read, this was years ago. I don't know how many years ago it was, but Kaya had also tweeted that she had applied for 34 jobs one time in one night. And I'm not saying that I have never done that shit before, because, baby, I have. But for her, I never told nobody that, though. And I would not have put that shit on Twitter. I wouldn't. Not saying it was a problem. No, I would put it on Twitter, but at the time in my life, it's just like, you know how you went through something silently. That's the thing. I go through a lot of stuff, but I tell people like that I'm close to, but I don't tell them while it's happening. I might tell them after it happened. They be like, nigga, you went through what? You was where? With who? Like, so to see her really tweet her, I ain't gonna say, like, her transition period, I like it, but it's something that stick with me because I've known her for a few years and I know where we both started from. So to see her transition to this, it's like, well, shit, if my dog could do it, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? So that, what she tweeted about the interview had just stayed in my mind for a few days. And then, like I said, I met the money goal. I saw, you know what I'm saying, what I wanted to spend the money for, all that. I still didn't do anything for it. I just sat on it for a couple of days. So I'm like, well, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Let me just keep going. Like, I was like, don't stop. Oh, this is what it was. We were on the phone and she was saying like, man, I'm about to, because she was working 2 jobs too. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. We one in the same. But she was working 2 jobs at the time too. And then one day she just called me like, bro, I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm laughing because She is so fucking animated. Like, but she was like, bro, I'm not doing this shit no more. Like, I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm tired. But she was saying everything that I was feeling. And I'm like, I know the feeling. I know it. You know what I'm saying? But even though me and her are like similar, you know what I'm saying? It's still different. Because I have more responsibilities than her. I have a child. So in my mind, I'm listening to her and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do, you know, like if you feeling tired, you gotta cut back on something, you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna give her, well, not even just her, anybody that I'm cool with, if I know what you're trying to do in your life, in the direction you're trying to go, I'm never going to talk you into going left when you're trying to go right. I never do that. Like if I have a homegirl that be like, oh, I'm trying to go to the moon. And then one day she like, I don't know if I can go to the moon. I'm not going to be like, yeah, you should just keep driving your fucking car. I'm not going to tell her that. I'm going to be like, well, let's figure out how we can get you to that damn moon. So when she was saying she was tired and she wanted to focus on her music and she wanted to go hard for that, and she don't have no time for the music because she working this job and that, I felt the fuck out of that. I felt it. Here I am, got a spa in my house. I'm working 2 jobs. I can't see no motherfucking clients. At the end of the day, I'm pushing my dream further back. Here we go again. But everything she was saying on that phone call was how I've been feeling. Oh my gosh. But I knew in my mind, I was like, okay, Kiki, don't you start doing that shit. Don't you try to start quitting jobs around this motherfucker, because you not in that position to start doing that shit. Don't do that shit. You did that shit before, and you got humbled real fast, okay? Your ass got fired 2 times in 1 year. Humble yourself. Tame yourself. That's what I did. I tamed my own self. I put the fire out of my own shit. I was like, yeah, that's her. I'm proud of her. If that's what she want to do, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Focus on your music. Do whatever you want to do. But I still felt what she was saying. And I was like, yeah. So from them 2 things, that stuck with me. It really did. So I was getting kind of annoyed with these damn jobs. I was tired from Harris Teeter. Motherfuckers on the phones was pissing me off. So I saw my license, my esthetician's license. That's the first time I ever put it in a frame. I've been an esthetician for 7 years, and each year that I renew it, I've never put it in a frame. Never. That should tell you right there, like, yeah. I never put it in a frame, but this time when I renewed it, I put it in a frame. So I had a spa at the house. I want to look real pretty. So the license was in my eyesight, like where my desk is for work, for the call center job. And I was just staring at it like laser beam, like, you've been doing this, you had this piece of paper for a long time. What are you gonna do with it? Like, you should be further. What are you gonna do? And I was like, well, I know what I want to do, but I can't really do that right now. I don't want to quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to quit these jobs, but at the same time, like, then what? You gonna scratch around trying to find clientele? Who the fuck? No, like. So I was like, well, maybe I can work in my field. Let's just get a job in your field. Let's just get a job in aesthetics, Key. Let's just do that. So that's what I did. Well, no, that's not what I did. I'm lying. What I did was I started looking for jobs on Craigslist. That's always my go-to place to find a job. I don't know why, but it is. Yeah, I went to Craigslist, and so if you've been on Craigslist in a beauty section or whatever, where they have the jobs for like salons and spas and stuff, where they have those jobs at, it's also the same category of where people list, oh, I have a room for rent. Oh, I have booth rent. It's in the same section. So as I'm scrolling down trying to find a company to work for, I see suite for rent. I'm like, don't click on it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I'm just going to click on it and I'm just going to read it. Just see how much it costs. I ain't going to go through with it. I clicked on it and I was like, it's more than what I was paying before at my other place, but not that much more. Then I'm like, well, let's see. Now I'm like, let's see if I find something cheaper. So I found another place. I hit both of the places up, but the place that I found that was cheaper, I didn't like the floors and it was already sold. It was taken anyway. But I'm like, look at you. What you doing? Why are you trying to compare and contrast, stupid? You trying to find a job in your field or keep working these two jobs. Those are your options. What are you doing? But I don't know. I was drawn to it. I clicked on the shit. She emailed me back, said, hey, come see this place. And the rest is history. Fuck it. But, yeah. The rest is history. And that's how I got the place on 6th Fort. So, this was really supposed to be a short video. I promise you it was. Now it's an hour. It's an hour video. This is crazy. But, yeah. I said all that to say that for me to have this, for me to land this, is big for me. It's big as fuck. Considering every single thing. Every single thing. And it's probably some more shit that's gonna happen. It really is. Because that's life. But I'm proud of myself for making it this far. And I think that's why I get kind of stuck. Because even with the spot on 6th Fort, I was happy as hell I got to that point. You know what I'm saying? I was happy, but I didn't really show it. Because while I was signing the lease to the first place on 6th Fort, she asked me, she was like, she stopped. She was like, are you excited? And I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. But I thought to myself, like, damn, what kind of energy are you showing that makes her feel like you're not excited? And I'm like, I'm excited, but I think I couldn't get excited because I still had that part when I failed. Hold on.